I'm here to talk about a project done by me for predicting whether a job posting is real or fraudulent. So, this is a text classification by using machine learning classifiers like naive bias, decision tree, and random forest. So, as we can see in this is the data set available in the Kaggle, which is a real or fake job posting prediction data set. And in this dataset we have 18,000 job descriptions, out of which 800 are fake. And there is 18 columns in the dataset, and one column out of these 18 are target field, that is a fraudulent column, which is represented in the binary format in the zeros and ones. So let us dive into the code and look more about the dataset and the coding. So this is my GitHub link, and this is my repo. I'll leave the link in the description, and let us see about the dataset and the classification using the random forest classifier. So this is the dataset I was talking about. So there are 18 columns. All of these are the input columns, and there is one column as a fraudulent. This is a binary column in the zeros or ones, and the 18 columns, namely job id, title, location, etc. And so coming to the plot diagram, this is 95.6% of the real job postings, and there is only 4% of the fraudulent data. So we are here to predict whether what kind of job is either fraudulent or the real one. So as a text classification, there are few steps to follow. The first one is data pre-processing, the second is text pre-processing, third is feature engineering, fourth is training and evaluating the model, and the fifth is deploying the web services. So as a part of data pre-processing, we are checking for the outliers. Outliers are the data which is represented as a noise, and doesn't come within the limits of the data set. So we are about to remove the outliers, and once the outliers are removed, this is the data set display. And also dropped the columns which doesn't have any data, such that will replace the missing values with the null value and then drop the column. So this is the plot diagram to see the distribution of the continuous features individually. And by training the classifier, I have split the data into training and the testing data set. Training is 80% and the testing is the 20% of the data. And I have trained my data set using the random forest classifier. And here we have handled, as I was telling in the data pre-processing steps, we have handled the missing values and filled with none, and then dropped those columns. So once that is done, as a part of feature engineering, we'll do counter vectors in the later stage. So here we have trained the data, and after training, using random forest, I have got 99.48% accuracy. And this is like more accurate. So I thought of implementing the hyperparameter tuning. So even after doing the hyperparameter tuning, which is increasing the count, and I still got the percentage as same. So as 99.48 percentage. And these are the important features or the columns which are required for our description. So this is one part of classification, that by using random forest. And I have also done the classification using the naive bias and a decision tree. So now we'll look at the naive bias classification. So similarly, I have done the data pre-processing, And this is the plot diagram for country wise job posting, and how many postings are done in the each country. And this is by experience. Mid senior level have higher job postings uh, based on the experience, and the department wise job postings are plotted here. And to find the fake job titles, I have displayed the count based on fraudulent is 1 and fraudulent is equals to 0, such that it gets easier for me to do the prediction. And this is the word cloud for finding the words which are most commonly used in the postings. So for the real job postings, these are the frequency of the words, and for fake job posting, these are the frequency of the words. Mostly if we observe, there are similar kind of words, so it gets difficult if we are going through only text. So we have to consider different kinds of data. And here I have used stop words in the English, and I have split using comma. So this is the split. And after that, coming to the data split part, I have done using train test split, and training the data and the testing the data. So here if we see, by using naive bias, I got an accuracy of 97.12 percentage, and using decision tree classifier I got 97 percentage. And once the accuracy is checked by using new bias, decision tree, and the random forest, I tried to classify the fraudulent data by feeding the text. So here if we see, I have used the vector transformation, that is using count vectorizer. I have transformed the data in the form of vector, and then I have input the value. Here firstly I have input the non-fraudulent data, and which it has classified as the advertisement belonging to the real job category. And later I fed the data with the fraudulent, to check whether it is predicting fake or not. So if we see here, it has currently predicted it is a fake job post category. So this is my code, and thank you for watching. Thank you.